Let's talk about the real estate market in Austin, Texas. Going to start off with my constant PSA that if someone on the internet is telling you it is a good time to buy and a good time to sell, that's a red flag, honey. Let's go on a journey to understand how we got here. So take yourself back to the pandemic, 2020. COVID has brought economic growth to a screeching halt. In comes quantitative easing, which in very simple terms increases the supply of money and lowers interest rates, making it easier to borrow money, which means it's more affordable to buy a home. So during this interest rate utopia, rates are averaging in the 3%, with a lot of buyers even getting an interest rate in the 2%. You could even consider the 10 years before that an interest rate utopia, with rates averaging in the mid to high fours. To put that into perspective, current rates are in the mid to high sixes, which increases your monthly payment and makes it more expensive to purchase and own a home. As it becomes more expensive to borrow money, that knocks more buyers out of the ring. And this, in combination with inflation, higher cost of living, and honestly, too, the lowest savings rate in a long time, complicates things even further. So why would anyone even consider buying a house right now? Well, let me tell you, I lived through the hellscape that was 2020 to 2021 and part of 2022 in real estate, and I bought a house 2 months ago. So one reason to be in the market is because sellers are more willing to give concessions. Sellers are more likely to have a price reduction than have a contract. And some sellers are pretty disconnected with what their pricing needs to be, but that's not all on them. That's also on their real estate agent. Sellers are paying for closing costs. Sellers are actually making repairs. Sellers are buying down interest rates. Another reason to get into the market is new construction. Builders are able to undercut resale all day long. So a couple weeks ago, I had a client go under contract on a new build with a 4.675 30-year rate, all closing costs paid, and her home price was under all the comps in the neighborhood. So then why wouldn't you buy a home? If you can't afford the payment, if that interest rate is going to make it too much of a strain on your life, that's reason number one. I'd also say if you don't plan to hold it long enough, that's reason number two. If you're looking to get into this house and get out within a year and make a ton of money, that's not going to happen. The economists I follow all predict that there will be pricing pressure this year, but not in the devastating ways that the media is portraying it. The most recent forecast I saw is predicting median values to bop between 540 and 580, and to give you perspective, right now we're at 561. Every single buyer and seller are different. If you have questions about your specific situation, please reach out.